that's in, everybody that's coming in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let's get this started. Let's get this started. Um, so, okay, so for today, where do I start? Where do I start? There's a lot I want to talk about. Um, there's a lot I want to talk about. You know, let's do something different. Let's do something different. Nah, nah. I like being small on the side. Control Alt, push to the side. Bam. There we go. There we go. All right. So I got that little me on the side. So let me give you a hint what I'm talking about. So I got that stuff set up. All right. All right. Okay. So let's go. Let's get started with the video. Let's get started with the video. All right. You know what? Let's go straight into it. Let's talk about the government shutdown and how it's affecting food banks. In other words, SNAP. Right. All the link in the description is in the description area of the video. So if you just click on the description, you'll see all the links to the videos that I'm talking about. To in case you guys want to talk about it, or whatever you want to do. All right, I'm pulling up the video right now, and then we're gonna get talking about it, right? So, so, man, it's a lot happening today. A lot, a lot. So, as some of you guys know, there's like a government shutdown. With the government shutdown that's happening, um, SNAP is a big target, right? SNAP is a big target. So I'm looking at the video. It went fuzzy again, but it is what it is. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Then we're gonna start talking about the video. All right. Okay, so now let's pan over to what's going on with this whole this government shutdown, how it's affecting SNAP, and I'll give my commentary if I can, but most likely I just want you guys to see this so you can be aware of what's going on. Again, I do talk about t-shirts, custom design, and stuff like that. That's what this channel was founded on, but I kind of shifted a little bit because it's getting a little bit boring. So I'm talking about basically um, apparel designing, and I also talk about commentary on videos, most likely news. But yeah, yeah. So let's get it started. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Take off the volume.
Into session to address those additional funding needs.
We are in crisis.
And guys, sorry for the the pixelation. This usually happens, and I don't like it, but at the same time, it's I don't know. It's something I'm doing that's wrong. Maybe it's the way I have everything feeding in to the you know web portion, because I don't know. I think OBS is using the web. So because it's using the web, it takes up more data. So when I'm trying to show the videos looks pixelated. But we're gonna resolve it. We're gonna resolve it. Like, subscribe.
the government shutdown to withheld federal funds, things have never been more serious. And I hope this next session, our recommendations to account for this chaos do not fall on deaf ears.
Well, Meyer also announced assistance for Delaware food banks. Many of you in our area depend on SNAP benefits to pay for groceries. That includes more than 117,000 people in Delaware.
And even with Delaware's emergency declaration funding SNAP through November, there's still an overwhelming need. CBS News Philadelphia's Waukesha Bailey live at the Food Bank of Delaware this morning. And Waukesha, they're really working hard there to meet the demand. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Janelle. Jim, you know, we're here in...
All right, so before she starts, right, there's been a lot happening with food banks. Some food banks are saying this is going to be an overwhelming amount that they were not and they're not prepped for. So they have minimal amount of supplies that they can present to the public, right? And because of that, they need help. They need help. So the states are getting involved and seeing what they can do to make sure things are available, right? For schools, for all these government assisted programs that's there to help the people, right? So now this is all happening because of the whole government shutdown that's going on. The government shutdown prompt a lot of states to start enacting their ability to help the people get food, help the people get resources that they need so they can be able to survive another day for as long as this thing is going on, I guess, right? Ultimately, we hope these representatives can come together and come to a solution to, you know, end this government shutdown, right? There you go.
Inside the Food Bank of Delaware's pantry area where people can come and shop. And as you can see, it looks pretty much like a grocery store, but there is still a need for a lot of resources. So joining us this morning is Kim Turner. So Kim, you know, we just heard from the governor regarding SNAP benefits being extended through the month of November. Is that enough?
Yeah, so that's incredible news for us at the Food Bank of Delaware, but unfortunately what we're seeing here is people are still in need of food assistance. Oftentimes their SNAP benefits don't last the entire month, so we're so happy to hear that that benefit has been extended through November, but we want to make sure people know that last year we distributed the most food we have ever distributed in the history of our organization.
And, you know, when we're trying to prepare for the future, what does this look like for the food bank? I mean, weeks from now, even after November.
Yeah, so we're heading into our busiest time of year, the holiday season. We want to make sure that people can enjoy a holiday meal around their table. We know that food costs are still far too high.
All right, first, you know what? I forgot. Let me give these people an applause. Let me give these people an applause for doing what they're doing, because they're going above and beyond to make sure the public is able to get the proper amount of food that they're supposed to, right? So, thank God. Wait, is the fuzzies out? Oh. Yo, it's not fuzzy anymore. Yeah. Woo. Oh man, whenever the video stops getting fuzzy, I do an applause because I'm like, I can't take it. I'm holding on, but golly. All right, back to the program, right? So yeah, so I'm glad these food banks are being equipped to be able to help these people, because at the end of the day, states should always have fundings readily available to help the people, and this is actually shaking down a lot of states to seeing how ready they are, right? And Delaware saying they're not joking, they're not playing. They come prepared, they ready. Let's go. All right.
Are really struggling to buy groceries, so we hope that the community will keep that in mind. We're looking for people to donate their funds.
Hold up, I gotta say something. Bro, that looks pretty fun. Yo, do you see how he's going through? Yo, with speed too. These guys are professionals.
Their food, their time, really.
I was talking about the forklift.
every little donation adds up to something big.
Okay, and for people who are looking to kind of supplement what they currently have right now and they need help, what do they need to do?
Yeah, so the food bank is here to help. Our website is fbd.org. We have all of our resources on our website, whether that's our pantry, a community pantry, a mobile food pantry. Everything's there, and we want people to know that we're here and we're ready to serve.
And you know, Kim, you've been with the food bank for a very long time. Is this pretty tough to watch? I mean, being out here on the front line, seeing these people come in every single day?
Yeah, people, the stories that they tell are they're very sad. People that are working full-time jobs, sometimes multiple jobs, can't make ends meet. So we see the desperation in people's faces. They want to just be able to feed their kids. We don't want seniors to have to choose between food and medication. So definitely a lot of challenging situations in our community, but it is always nice to see how the community can rally behind our neighbors.
Thank you so much for being with us, and we're going to stick around for another hour. But as you guys can see, these donations go a very long way, and there's still a lot of help that's very much needed. Sending it back to you in the studio.
Thank you so much, Waukesha.
Meyer also announcing assistance for Delaware food banks.
Many people in our area depend on SNAP benefits to pay for groceries. That includes more than 117,000 people in Delaware.
Wow. Wow. Yo, these states are coming together and saying, yo, we ain't taking this. Lying down. I like that. I like that. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I hope they continue to grow and able to succeed.
And even with the state's emergency declaration funding SNAP through November, there is still an overwhelming need for food assistance. CBS News Philadelphia's Waukesha Bailey live at the Food Bank of Delaware with how they're working, Waukesha, to meet the challenges, and there's a really big demand right now.
Yeah, good morning, Janelle. Jim, that's right. That demand is continuing to grow for a lot of residents here in Delaware. So joining us this morning is Kathy Koneski with Food Bank of Delaware. And Kathy, when the governor announced yesterday that, you know, they're extending SNAP benefits through November, what does that do for you and your team?
Did we just see this?
We were incredibly grateful and I'll say relieved. We have been gearing up for a surge in demand that we've not seen before. And we're coming out of a year that we actually served more people than we ever have in our whole entire history.
Yeah, we've seen this.
All
right. Yeah, so let me pan over to me real quick. Give me a quick second. But, yo, this is amazing. This is amazing. Yeah. Wow. I really hope these states are able to have success, and the people get the proper nutrition and food that they need. You know what I mean? Like, every state should have a backup, and I'm glad they're able to now use it to help others. You know, so hopefully this whole government shutdown stops and the SNAP situation get handled, and people that needs these resources are able to get it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, subscribe, Levi Apparel, guys, come on, bring up the likes, subscribe, come on, push it up. All right, gonna go to the next segment.